We are counting down the 10 most mysterious creatures lurking in the deep sea. From glass-like hunters that use invisible light to elusive giants, glimpsed only in rare encounters, each entry reveals bizarre adaptations to pressure, darkness, and isolation. Some glow, others see through their own heads, and a few have survived unchanged for millions of years. Which incredible creature tops the depths? Let us begin with number 10. At depths between 300 and 3,000 meters, the deep-sea dragonfish hunts with tools few other animals can match. Along its jaw, a row of transparent teeth cuts through the darkness, nearly invisible as they reflect almost no light. The dragonfish's body glows with photophores, but its most remarkable weapon is a pair of red light organs beneath its eyes. This far-red bioluminescence, shining at wavelengths between 650 and 710 nanometers, is invisible to most deep-sea creatures. Only the dragonfish itself can see it, thanks to a unique visual pigment. Females can reach up to 38 centimeters, gliding through the blackness with a private spotlight, their glass-clear fangs ready for prey that never sees them coming. Suspended in the twilight zone, the siphonophore drifts as a single living thread. Yet it is not one animal, but a colony of thousands. Each zooid along its length takes on a unique role. Some swim, others feed, a few specialize in reproduction. Together, they form a coordinated body that may stretch over 10 meters, rivaling the length of a blue whale. When prey brushes against its curtain of tentilla, a cascade of bioluminescent flashes races down the line, stunning and ensnaring victims in an instant. Too fragile for nets, siphonophores reveal their full complexity only to the silent approach of an ROV, exposing a living web shaped by deep-sea cooperation. At 600 to 800 meters below the surface, the barrel-eye fish drifts in near silence, its head sheathed in a clear, fluid-filled dome. Through this glassy shield, a pair of bright green tubular eyes stare upward, tuned to the faintest glimmers from above. These eyes can rotate forward as well, tracking the outlines of prey silhouetted against what little light filters down. Researchers at the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute captured rare footage in 2004 showing the eyes pivoting inside the transparent skull. It is a living periscope, built for a world where shadows are clues, and survival depends on seeing what others cannot. In this realm, vision becomes the ultimate adaptation. Coiling through the dark between 50 and 1,500 meters, the frilled shark moves with an eel-like grace, its body lined with 6 pairs of gill slits edged in frills, features found in fossils more than 80 million years old. Unlike modern sharks, its skeleton and organs echo deep time, a living relic from an ancient branch of the shark family tree. The mouth opens wide to seize squid and fish in sudden ambush, a strategy revealed by the remains found in its stomach. Females can reach 2 meters, but sightings are rare. Most knowledge comes from deep-sea bycatch. Gestation lasts up to 3.5 years, the longest known for any shark, with pups born fully formed after a slow journey in the cold dark. In the deep, the frilled shark endures, unchanged while the world above has shifted again and again. Lurking between 270 and 1,300 meters, the goblin shark moves with slow deliberation. Then, in an instant, it strikes. Its most startling feature is a jaw that launches forward at blinding speed, propelled by elastic ligaments deep within its skull. In less than 1/10 of a second, the jaws shoot out to 2.5 times the length of the shark's head, snapping up fish or squid that stray too close. The flattened, blade-like snout is packed with electroreceptors, tuned to faint signals from hidden prey. Rarely glimpsed alive, most specimens surface tangled in deep-sea fishing nets, their pale pink skin and protruding jaws more reminiscent of ancient fossils than modern sharks. In the darkness, where food is scarce and competition is fierce, this slingshot mechanism is a solution honed by millions of years, an explosive answer to the silence of the deep. Between 3,000 and 7,000 meters below the surface, the Dumbo octopus glides through the abyss with a calm that belies the crushing pressure. Its ear-like fins, set just above the eyes, flap in slow, steady rhythms, about once per second, lifting the soft, gelatinous body with barely a ripple. Unlike its bioluminescent neighbors, this octopus relies on quiet movement and near weightlessness. Its tissues, almost as soft as jelly, help it withstand the immense force of the deep. With each gentle undulation, the Dumbo octopus hovers, steering with subtle adjustments of its arms and fins. Scientists have recorded these creatures as the deepest living octopods known, thriving where few animals can survive. In this silent world, their slow, graceful flight offers a rare moment of serenity amid the darkness and cold. In the oxygen-poor waters between 600 and 900 meters, the vampire squid drifts in slow, measured spirals. Despite its name, this animal is neither predator nor blood drinker. Instead, it belongs to an ancient branch of cephalopods, surviving as a collector of marine snow, tiny flakes of organic debris that fall from above. When threatened, the vampire squid unfurls a web of skin between its arms, creating a dark cloak. Along the arm tips, clusters of photophores pulse with blue-green light, while jets of sticky mucus, laced with glowing particles, drift into the surrounding blackness. These luminous clouds startle would-be attackers and may confuse their senses, buying precious seconds for escape. With a metabolism among the lowest of any cephalopod, the vampire squid endures where oxygen is scarce and food is rare, relying on light not to hunt, but to vanish. At depths between 500 and 3,000 meters, the gulper eel drifts through the shadows, its body long and gelatinous, shaped for a world of crushing pressure and scarce opportunity. When prey approaches, the eel's jaw unfolds like a trapdoor, its mouth ballooning to nearly 4 times the width of its slender body. This cavernous gape, lined with tiny, inward-pointing teeth, can engulf animals almost as large as the eel itself. Its stomach stretches to match, allowing it to swallow whatever fortune brings, from small crustaceans to unlucky fish. Most of the time, the gulper eel moves with slow, measured undulations, trailing a thin, whip-like tail tipped with a glowing organ. The caudal photophore at the very end of this tail can pulse with blue-green light, a beacon in the deep that may serve to lure curious prey within striking range. Few creatures embody the feast or famine reality of the abyss so completely, a living net ready to seize the rarest meal. In the midnight zone, a faint blue glow sways at the end of a filament, a living lure powered not by the fish itself, but by a colony of bacteria inside the anglerfish esker. These symbionts emit light peaking near 480 nanometers, the wavelength best suited to cut through the darkness and draw in unsuspecting prey. While most deep-sea creatures produce light with their own tissues, the anglerfish relies on this partnership, feeding nutrients to its bacteria in exchange for a beacon that can mean the difference between starvation and survival. A brief pause reveals another adaptation as strange as the lure, the anglerfish's approach to mating. Females reaching up to 18 centimeters dwarf the males, who are often less than 1 centimeter long. When a male finds a female in the vast expanse, he bites on and fuses to her body, merging bloodstreams and shrinking into a permanent living appendage. He will spend the rest of his life as a source of sperm, while the female continues her solitary hunt, trailing her glowing lure through water as deep as 4,500 meters. In these depths, every encounter is rare, and survival depends on both cooperation and sacrifice. In the deep ocean, where sunlight never reaches, the giant squid remains a legend, more than a living animal. For centuries, knowledge came in fragments, pieces of tentacle washed ashore, scars scored into the hides of sperm whales, glimpses of a lifeless eye hauled up from the black. The eye itself is a marvel, up to 27 centimeters across, the largest in the animal kingdom, built to register the faintest pulse of bioluminescence 100 meters away. Through this single lens, the squid can spot the glow of distant prey or the approach of a hunting whale, reading the darkness for clues invisible to almost every other creature. Direct encounters are rarely seen. Females can stretch to 13 meters, yet for decades, no one had seen a healthy giant squid alive in its world. In 2012, Dr. Tsunemi Kubodera and his team finally captured the first live footage at a depth of 900 meters. After years spent tracking whale migration routes and setting baited cameras in the abyss. Even now, almost everything about the giant squid's life, its hunting, its battles, its mating, remains inferred from marks on whale skin and the anatomy of stranded bodies. Its story is written in absence, a puzzle pieced together from shadows and scars. At the edge of what is known, the giant squid endures as the ocean's final enigma, a creature whose very existence reminds us how much of the deep remains beyond our reach. Across all 10 creatures, one pattern emerges. Life in the deep sea thrives through radical adaptation. Extreme darkness, crushing pressure, and scarcity drive evolution to its strangest limits. These mysteries remind us, Earth's greatest frontiers are not out of reach, but are hidden in the depths below. Thank you for watching.